The world's on a knife's edge. Let's break down the most dangerous global flashpoints right now.
So where are things most dangerous? Well, U.S. intelligence is painting a pretty stark picture for 2026.
The big takeaway here, these threats aren't happening in a vacuum. They're all connected.
Okay, so what does this look like on the ground? Let's start in the Middle East.
There was a brief moment of hope, a 2-week U.S.-Iran ceasefire, brokered by Pakistan.
But that hope? Yeah, it didn't last. The deal fell apart in just a few hours.
And here's why. The US and Iran just had completely different ideas of what peace meant.
At first, it seemed like there was some room to talk. Trump called Iran's plan workable.
But then the White House said the complete opposite, calling it garbage.
The real sticking point, the U.S. and Israel insisted Lebanon wasn't part of the deal.
And what happened next? Israel launched Operation Eternal Darkness, a massive wave of airstrikes.
The immediate cost was just devastating. 254 people were killed in that initial bombing run.
And the humanitarian crisis is staggering. The WHO says millions have been displaced across the region.
All right, let's pivot to Europe. The war in Ukraine has really become a whole new kind of fight.
Ukrainian analysis shows just how high the cost is for Russia. 316 casualties for every square kilometer.
Russia is using a new playbook, non-nuclear strategic intimidation, basically scaring opponents with advanced weapons.
And weapons like the hypersonic Oreshnik missile are a huge part of that intimidation campaign.
But Ukraine is fighting back with smart tech, especially with drones that can resist jamming.
And you know, these conflicts don't stay local. They create huge ripples for the global economy. For instance, shipping giant Maersk is cautiously starting to use the Red Sea again.
Meanwhile, over in the South China Sea, tensions are still high as China asserts more control.
So, what's the big takeaway? The rules of war are changing, and they're changing fast.
It all leads to a huge question. When war changes this fast, what does stability even look like?